there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here in Vienna, Austria at Karlsplatz. You have Karlskirche behind me. Cool church to check out when you're here. There's a lot of really cool things to do here, and there's a lot of tourists that come here, and I've actually been coming here for over 20 years. I went to school here back in the day, like, when I was skinny and stuff like that. I actually used to play here at Karlsplatz. So the city has like a special place in my heart, and I've come back many times over the years. I've actually taught at the WU here a couple times as well. And so Vienna has got a special thing for me, and over the years, I've kind of seen a few common mistakes that tourists make when they do come to Vienna, because it's one of those things. Cities you go to, people make mistakes, and so what I want to do is point out 5 common mistakes I've seen tourists make here quite often, Vienna, so you don't make those mistakes, so you can have a better time when you are here, because this is a great city to visit with all the culture and the food and all the stuff like that. But anyway, let's get to mistakes. And the first mistake people make when they come to Vienna is they think that since there's nobody checking for tickets when you go into the Straßenbahn, or you go into the U-Bahn, or you go into the bus, the subway, the trams, or streetcars, and all these kind of things, they think, oh, I don't have to buy a ticket. Wrong. Look, here in Vienna, they have open public transportation, so you just walk on. It's kind of like an honor system thing. But the thing is, they don't trust everybody on their honor here. There's actually people that will go and randomly check tickets. I've been here for 2 weeks now teaching, and I've been checked 3 times. So it does happen often enough that you need to make sure you actually buy some tickets and make sure you validate them, because if you don't have a ticket, they don't care if you're a tourist. I've heard many tourists go, well, I just thought I could just walk on. Like, where can you just walk on to stuff, okay? So make sure you realize you got to get tickets. Also, another mistake I've made before is, remember, if you get the Vulcan ticket or the week ticket, it is not a 7-day ticket in a row. It is from Monday through Sunday. So if you're coming on a Friday and you've got you're going to stay for like 6 or 7 days, you're probably going to need to get 2 different tickets. So have a heads up for that, okay? So that's the first mistake I see people make. Now, the second mistake I see tourists making, which really breaks my heart, and a lot of tourists just don't do this, is they don't sit down and enjoy the cafe culture here in Vienna. I mean, Vienna is the cafe capital of the world. I mean, you sit down and you have your coffee, or for me, I have my hot chocolate, and then I might have a piece of Sockertorte or an Apfelstrudel, or what looks like pancakes chopped up with cream. There's so many great torts, so many great desserts, but there's so many great cafes. And so sitting down and just watching the world go by when you're here in Vienna is one of the things you have to do. But a lot of tourists get scared because they're like, oh, that looks kind of pricey to have a coffee and a cake. No, it's worth every cent you spend, because the cakes here are fantastic. The coffee's great. The hot chocolate's great. You have that, and you have that experience. And that's what people do here. So don't make the mistake of thinking, I don't want to do that. Why would I want to just sit there? Sit there. Enjoy. It's great. And the thing is, when you sit there, you might notice the third mistake that tourists make. And they make the mistake that service in Vienna sucks. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Service in Vienna has some issues if you're comparing it to places like the US or the UK, where people are kind of over-the-top friendly stuff. You will not get over-the-top friendly service anywhere in Austria, especially here in Vienna. And so just be ready that they're not trying to single you out and be mean to you or anything like that, but it will take time to get you a menu. It will take time to take your order. It will take time to get your bill. And also, if you want your bill, you've got to ask for it, because here they don't judge you. You want to stay for 3 hours? Go ahead and stay for 3 hours. Maybe you want to get 6 or 7 pieces of Apfelstrudel. You go right ahead. We're not judging you. And so you kind of have to get them to come over when you want to order something and stuff like that, because it does take time. Now, that may seem like they're bad servers or bad waiters. Oh no, they've been trained. They've gone to school for this. And if you're not sure what you should order, they will tell you what the best dish is. They will tell you what would be a better thing for what you want to do that day. Or you might tell them, I like this and this. What do you recommend? They will let you know, which is kind of cool in that way. So don't think of it as bad service. Just think of it as over-professional. I'm giving you your space to enjoy your time in a cafe, or your Wiener Schnitzel, or your Stetzel, or things like that, no matter where you go. Now, the fourth mistake I see tourists make when they come here is they also whip out their credit card all the time. Look, you can pay with credit card in a lot of places here in Vienna, but it's not everywhere, and I think it's enough spots where you can't pay with credit card that's important that you always have some cash with you, because if you're going to go to the Naschmarkt, which is just right over there, and go have an amazing doner kebab when you're there, or just go see all the stuff and buy some things there, not everybody takes credit card there. So you need to have some change. You need to have some money to buy stuff. Also, sometimes in the public toilets, you might need to pay for that. It's not everywhere, just occasionally, you just might want to have some stuff. Or if you want to grab one of those hot dogs with the Frankfurter inside, the Wiener sausage, as my grandma used to call it, or a Käsequena, or whatever, you need to have cash, okay? Because it is one of those things here. Also, when you tip, you usually want to tip and just put the cash in there. If you do pay with a credit card, you can actually tell them the whole bill, like they add it on that way, but you don't write in the tip. So you might want to just have cash to leave that as a tip as opposed to putting it on your credit card. And the fifth mistake I see tourists make here is they're not prepared for all of the culture that's here. Look, this is the heart, this is the home, this is the capital of the Holy Roman Empire. Hundreds of years of a big empire being based out of here. So there's concert halls, there's operas, there's folks operas, there's theaters, there's culture, there's museum after museum. Whether you go to the Kunstkammer to see the art there, the Natural History Museum that's there, going out to the palace, Schönbrunn Palace, or to go see the apartments there and the gardens there, or going to Belvedere to go see the best collection of Gustav Klimt paintings in the world. They've got all this stuff there, and it can be a bit too much. And so I do see tourists get a little bit over, like, too much kind of things. Like, I'll see people, they'll go to Schönbrunn, and Schönbrunn Palace is great. You got to go there. Even if you don't go in, go to the gardens and see those things. There's a zoo in the back, cool views, all kinds of great stuff. But there's like 3 options for tours, and they'll take the long tour because I really want to know a lot about the Habsburgs. And the thing is, even if you're a big fan of the Habsburgs, you could be a Habsburg. That is just too much information for people. So you might want to take one of the shorter tours kind of things. And it just kind of these unpreparedness. Like if you're going to go into St. Stephen's Cathedral, Stephansdom, go in, you will. It's a symbol of the city. But take a tour and you go in the catacombs below. But if you don't know that, you're going to see a lot of human bones stacked up in there. And it can be a bit shocking for some people and they get worried about it. So don't make the mistake of not being ready for all the culture stuff that's here. Make a list of the things you really want to see and focus on those and get that, because you can't take it all in because the city is just one site after another, and I don't want you to miss out on this cool city. Anyway, I hope this helps you know some of the mistakes that tourists make when they come here. I hope you don't make that mistake. Also, don't make a mistake of talking really loud at the restaurants and stuff, because they don't like that here, okay? So just have a heads up for that. Anyway, I hope this helps you know more about Vienna. If you want to learn more, maybe the don'ts of visiting Vienna, a little more in-depth kind of stuff, or the shocks of coming to Austria, check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, all those things. If you just look for Walters World, you'll find us. And we do appreciate your likes and subscriptions. So if you like the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you'll get new travel videos like this every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you hit the bell, you actually will get those videos every Wednesday and Saturday in your feed. We have other stuff to talk about that. There's all kinds of great travel stuff. So we hope this helps, and we'll say bye from Vienna.